Just how serious is the gang problem in Huntington Station and in other parts of Suffolk County?
Well, look, everything's relative. There's certainly a greater gang problem in Suffolk County than there have been in past years. There's a greater problem in my district, primarily Huntington Station, but not exclusively, than in past years. But Huntington Station is not as bad as some other parts of Suffolk County. So we have to keep everything in perspective. But we had a shooting just a couple of months ago between a gang member and a local resident in front of an intermediate school, and they were kids in the playground, just a couple hundred feet from where the shooting took place. We've been very lucky so far. No child in my district has gotten hurt or killed, but I don't want to wait for that, which is why I've tried to be very proactive. I developed the Safe Communities Initiative, where we put surveillance cameras, security cameras on public streets in high crime areas. That's been very successful. It's been used to solve a number of crimes and identify criminals. I have provided hundreds of thousands of dollars for outreach programs to youth to try to dissuade them from joining gangs. I've provided additional funding for the police to get more cops on foot patrol and bike patrol. So it's different legs of the chair.
You're right. It's a variety of strategies that you have to bring to bear on a problem like that. And enforcement is important, but also alternatives to gang activity and education is very important.
Right, and we also need the cooperation and support of the community, which we have. So it's the legislature working with the county executive, working with the police and the community in a united front as one team. And I think we're seeing a turnaround in Huntington Station, and better days are yet to come.
Okay, we have to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to finish our conversation with Suffolk County Legislator John Cooper, so don't go away. This is Cablevision's Meet the Leaders. Our guest today is Suffolk County Legislator John Cooper. Legislator Cooper, you've also been involved in a variety of very interesting initiatives. One has to do with these new high-tech cigarettes that you see advertised, saying, well, they're not like cigarettes, but you still get the smoke, you get this, you get that, except all of the bad things. Why have you tried to ban them?
I had never even heard of an electronic cigarette until I happened to be at a local mall, and I saw a kiosk selling these, and I began to do some research because I have sponsored or co-sponsored a number of bills over the years to keep cigarettes out of the hands of minors, to restrict use in restaurants and bars. So I learned that this is a new device. It was invented in China, but it's now hit the United States, and it's basically an electronic igniter with a cartridge filled with liquid nicotine, no tobacco, and as a result, it's not regulated by any of the laws in the United States because they're all regulating tobacco products. So a 12-year-old could buy an electronic cigarette, and it basically heats up the liquid nicotine, and you're inhaling vaporized pure nicotine in many cases, although they're available in child-friendly flavors, chocolate, cherry, vanilla.
Is that right? I didn't realize that.
And I was always concerned that the vapors being emitted could contain carcinogens. They really weren't tested. The proponents of electronic cigarettes said that, they're completely safe, and we should wait until the FDA does testing to prove that they're unsafe. Anyway, my bill was winding its way through committee, and just a few days before the vote, the FDA came out with a warning saying that they had tested electronic cigarettes, and they did indeed contain carcinogens, both the cigarette and the vapor, carcinogens and other toxic substances. And I was also concerned that since they looked like cigarettes, someone who used an electronic cigarette could be at a restaurant or a bar, and someone from a distance wouldn't know whether they were smoking a regular cigarette or an e-cigarette, and it could create an enforcement nightmare.
Yeah, then you get into issues, is this place getting a pass? Is this county's smoking ban not being enforced?
And actually, one of my constituents told me that they almost got into a fist fight with someone at a restaurant because they were smoking an e-cigarette and they didn't know it.
Right.
And he said, put it out, and they almost got into fisticuffs. So that was not good. So ultimately, it wasn't a complete ban, but we're treating electronic cigarettes the same way as tobacco-based cigarettes. So you can't use them in restaurants or bars. You can't buy them if you're under the age of 19. But if you're an adult and you want to use it in the privacy of your own home or in your car or outside, that's fine.
You know, it's crazy. We're trying to get people to get off cigarettes for all the obvious reasons, the health effects, the effects on individuals that are near those people. And this is just another way of keeping people addicted to nicotine.
Absolutely.
And you know, if I know so many people have tried to get off, they use these nicotine patches and other things like that. You wouldn't think that they'd want to, you wouldn't think that people would go to this, or this would be just a gateway to get young people addicted to nicotine, and eventually they're going to end up smoking cigarettes.
Well, that was actually my primary concern.
Yeah.
The kids, but anyway, so Suffolk County was the first municipality in the nation to regulate electronic cigarettes. But now there are several states that are thinking about enacting similar laws. So just as with my cell phone ban and ephedra prohibition, both first in the nation,
yes, they were
spreading across the country. And in the case of ephedra, it's now a national ban. My hope is that the electronic cigarette ban will begin to spread as well.
Okay, let's talk about something that's important to local business people. And we just finished up the Christmas holiday season, and you had an initiative called Think Globally but Shop Locally.
No, actually, mine, well, yes, but the motto we came up with
was Shop Suffolk.
Was Shop Suffolk.
Shop Suffolk, right.
So, yes, the legislature approved that unanimously. I actually just met with the new head of economic development a couple of days ago. They're really excited about this marketing advertising campaign they'll be embarking on next year. I just need to find a $50,000 offset to pay for it, but I'll find the money somewhere. But it's now spread to Nassau County. The Nassau County Chambers of Commerce just embarked upon a buy local program, but it's modeled after what we're doing in Suffolk. So it's all about encouraging people to buy at local stores, to keep jobs in the area, to boost sales tax revenue, and help small businesses in our downtowns survive in this very tough economy. So rather than buying over the internet, go to your local store and buy there. And
keep that money circulating in the community.
Absolutely. For every dollar spent locally, there's a multiplier effect, and it translates into another $4 spent locally.
That's a big bang for your buck, and it keeps a lot of people working and helps them pay their bills as well. John Cooper, thanks so much for being here with us. We appreciate it. We'll have you back again soon. And thanks for watching Cablevision's Meet the Leaders. I'm Pat Halpin. We'll see you next time.
Okay.